We're live.
What's up, nerds?
Hi!
Welcome to Scalebound on Nerd Immersion Plays Tuesday Night D&D. That happens every now and then. I am your humble Dungeon Master, Sean. With me, as always, are Celine and Ted, the players in this game, funnily enough. Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry about the silence for a while. This year sucks, and it sucks for everyone, and it sucks for everyone at different times. But we've been in conversations about starting up a Nerd Immersion Plays Instagram, so we can kind of keep you guys posted on when we know when we will be playing, if we have to reschedule, if we have to do anything like that. Maybe surprise games. If Jake ever comes back, we could do a evil game. We'll let you know on there. More details to follow. We'll let you know when it's all set up. Any other announcements, Ted, before I go into the recap? Last time, our heroes were able to make it down through the Spellguard Graves. We're able to find out a little more information about the cult and their plans, as well as finally got the Shield of St. Plebius, and then did what I'm calling the hamster ball gambit to get out of there and avoiding a fight with a purple worm very successfully. So
Scary.
you guys are now. Because it was hard for you guys to glean important information, as I was just talking at you, I made some props. So Celine and Ted, now you each have a set of the notes that you guys found. If you guys wouldn't mind, Celine, would you read to the audience the one that's that one,
Edwin?
the one that is addressed to Edwin.
Edwin! The deck seems to be our best bet. With Umbriel's help, I have been blessed by the moon. It has granted me the knowledge of the artifact's locations. I need you to explore the Spellguard Graves for the shield. Take one of Imelda's successes with you for protection. Once we have the items, I will use my next wish to find the blacksmith. I was too hasty with my last one. I need to think upon the wording I use. A, B.
Which you guys have deduced stands for Amy Berenstain, who seems to be the head of this Umbriel faction. And Ted, would you mind reading the Edwin one, please?
Sure. It says, Imelda, Umbriel has granted you a great boon. One more chance and a knight, K-N-I-G-H-T, to protect you, capital K as well. She is great indeed. I don't have any further ideas, but if Hamlet is supposed to be where the Ragecaster is located, I guess you need to keep looking. Maybe some of your pets can help? There are heroes in this grave that helped trap the Ragecaster. Rumors are that the blacksmith was the key to that. Maybe our search will lead to her and Umbriel. Umbriel will bring us together again, my love. Our son's betrayal will not be the last chapter in our story. Love, Edwin.
All right,
Aw,
so
Timothy.
you guys have emerged from this deep, deep tomb and flown off on Dragonback. Caca. Where are you guys headed from this graveyard?
Where this is by the monastery that we helped save, right?
Well, yes.
What time of day is it? How long have we been in these tombs?
You have been in the tombs for about an hour and a half.
Okay.
So what time of day?
It is sleepy time, Charlie. It is
Sleepy time, Charlie!
6:30 p.m., which, as we all know in Silvery Moon, is referred to as Sleepy Time Charlie.
Yes.
Sure.
I would say we either go back to the monastery to sleep for the night, or back to the town that it was outside of, just outside.
Silvery Moon.
Silvery Moon. Go back to Silvery Moon to see if... Do we know where Hamlet is? Have we heard of Hamlet?
You guys have not.
So yeah, we need to figure out where Hamlet is.
I guess, because this is supposed to be, I assume, right, because we were going to find it on the way. That was the other kind of... I'd have to check back through my notes, the exact wording.
We would find a
smoke
clue.
Or lava monster, whatever it was.
We were gonna find...
A tree that was actually a lava monster.
Right, it was a tree, but it's not a tree, it's a smoke monster. And the smoke lava monster is supposed to help us with... Or not help us, but like play some role in us finding the Ragecaster.
We were supposed to go find the shield and
Not
find
Ragecaster.
the staff in the process.
Or we would find a clue to
Something like that,
it,
yeah.
which I'm assuming this is.
Well, I mean, it's the best we got.
It's the best we got. So,
So we could ask people that we know.
well,
what
that's fine.
Hamlet
Basically,
is.
like, would the monastery have, like, knowledge in that capacity, or are they more like a simplistic, like, I don't know, we pray to our deity?
No, there were libraries. They're
Okay.
also like keepers of history and lore.
Yeah, so I
And,
feel like
yeah.
going there to, like, learn more about Hamlet, the black, like, have we gotten pretty much all the information we need about the blacksmith and the, like, we learned the story at this point, right?
Yeah, you know the basics.
Of the Ragecaster
Yeah,
whole scenario.
yeah. Do you want a quick recap?
Yes, please.
So you learned that there was this very powerful spellcaster who had some kind of tragedy, unclear, but in this kind of grief, they focused all of their energy into crafting the most powerful magic item that they could. They got kind of obsessed and poured too much energy into this staff that they were trying to make, and somehow in that kind of alchemically magic process, they were transformed into a monster. This rage that was
And they're
created
this
by the staff kind of infected them.
Okay.
Now, this spellcaster, way back in the day, had done a boon for the king of Flavortown. So he hired adventurers to subdue the Ragecaster without killing them, as like a personal favor to him.
Okay.
One of these members, one of the members of this adventuring party was the blacksmith, and it seems like they were the ones who were able to craft whatever was necessary to do this whole shenanigans. And the other person who you know is in that party was Bartholomew, last of the Free Butts-Lords.
Cool.
Got it. Yeah, I just found that page in my notes.
Cool. And according to this, it seems like the blacksmith might still be around?
Yeah, I think so. Well,
That's what the communication from the cult seems
to lead us
to lead you to believe. That they, after they get the magic item that you guys are also looking for, the next step for them was to find this blacksmith.
why don't we go back to the monastery,
Cool.
and then we can send a sending to the Atoka and ask the Atoka about Hamlet.
Oh, that's smart.
So we got two efforts happening. I mean, he might just know,
Yeah.
and then it's just like, here's
There we go.
your exposition, or we get it from the monks.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Either way.
That's dual efforts, so that should be.
So yes, we fly to the monastery.
All right, it doesn't take you very long. It's not too far away. You guys get there as the summer sun dips down behind the mountains due to the sea, and there's no mountains over there. So, and you guys are welcomed by Gerald, who's like, "Hi, how did everything go? Did you find the shield?"
Yeah,
We did.
we did. We
Dude,
got it.
that's great. Do not tell me where Dennis hides it,
I won't.
because
It's a very good secret.
it's crucial to the. Actually, no, you have it now, so I guess it doesn't really matter.
No, we don't.
I still don't want to know.
You don't know where it is.
Can you, when you're done with it, if you don't mind, if you still have it at the end of whatever you're doing, just put it back where you found it.
Okay.
If not, it's not a big deal. Like that, I guess.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll tell him that that's where you're gonna put it.
Okay.
Cool.
Cool.
Yeah.
You know where Hamlet is?
Yeah.
Where is it?
Hamlet. It's a hamlet. It's about, I don't know, 3 hours. 3 hour.
Oh, so it's like close. It's not like.
Yeah. It's
Crazy.
it's a small town. It's gone through a bunch of it's gone through a couple tragedies in its past. Like, who hasn't at this point? But yeah, it's a small hill dwarf community.
Ah.
Yeah.
Do you know who the blacksmith is? Like part of like Ragecaster blacksmith, not just like any blacksmith.
Oh, cool! I'm glad that you clarified.
not like Hamlet's blacksmith,
I don't.
but like the capital B blacksmith.
I mean, I like I've heard rumors. Everyone's heard rumors of her prowess at the forge. They say
Do you know
that
where
she could.
lives?
where she lives? No.
Yeah. Is she dead?
No one's heard from her in years.
Is she a hill wolf?
I don't know. She might be. Like, again, not a lot of is known about her.
I'll just with the Glint psychic link, just be like, all of these questions can literally be asked of a god, and we just get the answer. You're asking all of the questions that we would just use Commune to ask to a random guy at a monastery.
I feel like we've been using Commune a lot lately, though.
I mean, as far as we know,
Won't Bahamut
Glint
get
is
annoyed?
used. It's the part of divinity of Bahamut that's within Glint, so she's really just,
she's just
looking
asking herself.
inward and finding her own answers.
Kinda, yeah.
Hey,
Yeah, Shug.
can you commune with yourself and find the answers within?
Yeah, Shug, you tell me what questions I should ask myself, and I will certainly
Is the
ask
blacksmith
myself.
a hill dwarf?
Okay.
Are they still alive?
Okay.
Let me start with that one.
Do they live in Hamlet?
Yeah, definitely. That's how she casts Commune with herself as a ritual.
I mean, it's your character, so you can decide the question order.
No, you already did. I'm not going to take that away
so,
from you. You already did that.
The blacksmith is alive.
Oh,
The
cool.
blacksmith is not a hill dwarf.
Okay.
And the blacksmith does not live in Hamlet.
Okay.
I mean, that's huge.
Yeah.
One, I mean, the biggest one alive.
Yeah.
So,
Wait, how many times can you do that?
It changes day by day. Basically, it feels like the more I do it, the harder it is. And I could explain that difference mathematically, but you know,
like a 25% chance
'Cause I was
each time post that. So we could get at least 3 more
Maybe
if
we
we roll
should
well.
confirm that the Ragecaster is in Hamlet.
Sure, I can definitely make a percentile roll. We have a 75% chance that we'll get 3 more questions.
All right.
And then we can ride this out, at least attempt 2 more times.
and if it messes up, we could just go to bed and do it again.
Do it again.
Yeah,
yeah.
we'll do it again. In the
Just do it
morning.
again in the morning.
It really, you know, it reminds me of psychometry in Buffy.
Yes.
It is just like, if you don't have it, you're like, oh man, that would be a really great way for them to find out exactly what I need them to know. And it's just like, oh, this is such a great crutch. Like, if only we knew this yes or no question. Oh, well, we could find out.
We might not right this second if you like.
Yeah,
Okay.
and it doesn't cost us literally anything, because it's a ritual.
Nice.
10 minutes of internal communion, and there you go.
All right.
So do we
Alright.
want to...
Yeah, try it again. See what happens.
All right, Celine, what do you think? High or low?
Hi.
So...
Wait. What do you mean by high or low? Which way am I picking?
That's what I'm asking. I have to get within 75% of whatever.
So we're either chopping out the higher 25%
Or the
or
lower.
chopping out the lower.
Yes.
Chop out the lower.
Okay, so 26 and above.
Yeah.
8. So no, we're done for the day.
Right.
Bahamut
Wow,
is
should have divine intervention that
You
one
know
instead.
what? I think it has something to do with the fact that I didn't come in to that like whole.
Well, you didn't do your montage bits this time, so maybe that's it.
Yeah, I mean, I could try again. Do the muttery bits in the morning.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me. Sorry, I ate some of those zombies while you guys were doing your thing.
Oh.
Well,
I got hungry.
Well,
They're
now
repeating on
because the likelihood of that happening again is almost non-existent. I'm now going to use divine intervention,
All right.
and it's going to be just assistance because we don't actually care about the blacksmith per se.
Not particularly.
We only care about the staff. The blacksmith is a means to an end.
Yeah.
The end being the staff.
Yeah.
So the
That's
divine intervention, Glint will look inward to have maybe herself grant her
Self.
Yeah.
ability.
She's great at this.
Really,
She has
it's
so much self-confidence.
yeah, you know,
really
that's
her
really,
wheelhouse.
live your truth. That's all I'm saying.
Oh,
Is to aid us in retrieving the Ragecaster.
Cool.
Pretty broad spectrum. We'll let the deities decide.
Sounds great.
I gotta roll under a 13
to get.
to cast divine intervention and just have divinity grant it to us.
Oh, fun.
Not a question, just give
Yeah.
it to us, or whatever the thing
Yeah.
is. Here we go. 38. Oh, well, if we're going to start doing stuff every day,
Why not?
we'll add this to the list of things
Yep.
we try
Exactly.
every day.
Right. So.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like I'm just like spontaneous coming up with any answers.
That's right. It's been a big day.
Yeah, it has.
Maybe you're tapped out.
Who's just? I mean, I could use a rest.
Yeah, I could use it. It's fun.
Yeah, I mean, I'm significantly more tapped out, because if you recall, we did that entire thing with Glid at the beginning of the
Yup.
cave.
Yep.
Yep,
She ain't coming at all.
She's got 50-something spell points left.
Yeah, I'm just like not feeling it.
Just to say, I get it.
No.
You know, sometimes it's an off day.
Yeah.
I think it's more the embarrassment, or I guess the
nice.
disappointment of missing out on the big purple monster. But like, I don't know.
You're still great.
Thanks, Lionel. So are you, Shug.
Thanks. Right. So you guys got any dinner? I ask. Gerald.
Gerald. Yeah, we got ribs and grits.
Nice.
Yeah. You guys want some
Yeah.
ribs and grits?
Yeah.
Cool.
I thought so.
And he brings you a big plate of ribs and grits.
I'm gonna read
We'll
those.
sit down.
Yeah. So you got the shields. So
Yes.
you did that, and you're looking for the Ragecaster staff.
Yeah.
So that's cool too.
We thought so.
Yeah. Do you guys?
We found these
so you're
notes.
looking
Is there
up-
anything in there that you recognize that, or gross concern, or anything you could illuminate further for us? They're pretty straightforward, but just in case.
Blacksmith, Umbriel. This the K in Knight is capitalized, so that's either supposed to draw attention to it because it's important or a proper name or something, or it's a typo.
Okay.
Good information.
What about this one?
Oh, this one. Okay. Deck. Oh, same with deck. Yep.
And I'm assuming
Moon.
moon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Nope, that's all I got.
Do we, as players, have we ever heard, like our characters, have they ever heard of a deck of many things?
You roll me an Arcana check.
Can Gary roll one as well?
Of course, Gary can roll an Arcana check.
Show me and Lionel got a big old 5, and Gary got a 24.
Yeah, Gary. Guys, now that I'm taking a closer look at these letters,
He just heard us read them out loud before. I didn't specify capitalization.
I
true.
think they may be alluding to a very powerful and legendary magic item called the Deck of Many Things.
Is that another item we should find?
Absolutely. Actually, if we come across it, yeah, but I don't think we should go out of our way. It's such a
Alright.
powerful and dangerous magic item that it's not
there
worth it
only-
for most people
is
to
there only
actually go for it. No one knows for sure. So there could be at least 2.
Are they like playing cards? Like is there 2 diamonds?
There is not a 2 of diamonds. It's the actually stupid Sean. You have cards that you found on
Oh,
people.
the dead bodies. Yeah.
Oh, I thought those were just tarot cards.
Oh no, those are
Deck of Many Thing cards?
Deck of Many Thing cards.
But they're not. Are they magic?
I think-
Not anymore.
Yeah, it looks like maybe they're just like they're just spent. They did whatever they were supposed to do, and now that's just like the remnant.
Is
Gary,
there-
do you know how many cards there are? Because or what the cards are called? Because we have the
The what?
3, 4, whatever we had.
We
idiot. The idiot was one. I know we had. Whatever the Medusa one
Yeah.
was.
Mm-hmm.
There was a-
Uriel.
Yeah. And there was one more, I think.
Yeah.
Thief? Rogue?
Yeah, I think it was
Rogue.
rogue. It was like one where someone was getting stabbed in the back.
Yeah.
You had the idiot, I think the rogue, and the Duriel, the cursed one.
Okay,
I think
cool.
there might have been one more. But
He,
that was Salisbury.
I think you guys are right. He will. You know what? It would take me some time, but I could look it up.
I mean, you know, if we know what we're looking for as an idea, maybe we can figure out, you know, if there's possibly only one in the world, and we know clearly it looks like 3 of the bad ones, because there's a lot of dead people that were surrounded on Medusa Man.
Is the moon one? Do you know if the moon is
I
card?
believe so.
Okay, so
Because
that's
that's probably been blessed by the moon.
Yeah.
one, maybe the Knight too, capital K, Knight.
Yeah.
All right. Well, if you guys want, I mean, we're taking a rest. I could look this up while
Yeah,
you guys.
I mean, it can't
Yeah.
hurt. It's just
Yeah.
information.
All right. Yeah, I'll get on that. You guys, I'll be in a minute.
Okay.
Okay.
Don't
All
stay
right.
up too late.
You got it. Also, don't wake me up too early.
Yeah.
So you guys all go to bed for the night. You get a long rest. In the morning, you get leftover grits with some all the meat ripped off of the leftover ribs with a fried egg on top.
Nice.
And after about an hour of you guys kind of lounging in the morning, Gary trundles in, all blurry-eyed.
Morning, Gary.
Morning, guys.
Is he in dragon form?
Yes.
Bowl of coffee.
Thank you. Ah, that's good stuff. All right, so I have bad news and I have bad news. The bad news
Yeah.
is that it looks like the knight is just that. It is another powerful ally for them.
Okay.
A knight.
Oh.
Okay.
But it's a card?
Well, the card summons a person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who
And
is
the,
apparently great indeed,
Oh.
says the note.
Yeah.
and the moon gives the drawer wishes.
Oh.
Up to
That-
3 wishes. And by that I mean the wish spell.
Alright, well, according to this,
He used at least one.
they used, yeah,
It's too hasty with my
Amy
last
used
one.
at least one.
Yeah, too hasty with my last one. I need to
What?
think upon the wording I use.
What
Which makes
does-
sense then.
Yeah, so
What are Imelda's successes? What does that mean?
That, I'm assuming, is probably tied to a card too.
Probably.
Maybe she got... Well, like, so clearly... We know this knight is one, which is just an ally. We now know that the moon is wishes.
Right.
So I assume that the other 3 that we saw, that we have, that are bad ones, were bad ones.
We're bad ones.
And
Yeah.
maybe there's one that gives people, like, I don't know, magic do-overs, successes,
Oh, maybe.
something. I don't know. Unless successes is like a clever terminology of like offspring, you know, like a successor, but you just called it a successes for some reason. I don't know why you wouldn't just say successor, you know what I mean?
Glim, can you send
Yeah, sure.
something to Glim and ask if he has any siblings?
yeah, sure, Shug.
I mean, it
What?
can't hurt, yeah. Get the, whatever.
Yeah.
It's an option, right? I mean, maybe that would be the simplest, which I feel like would be the safest bet. If
Yeah.
it's not magic deck power.
Glint kind of opens up her telepathy to you guys so you can hear Glim's response. And you hear the message, well, I like to think of like Gilly and Bertie as like younger siblings, but not really, you know? It's just like I kind of... And that's when the message ends.
Cool. All right, so the answer is probably no.
Probably not. Cool.
Okay. So that's fine.
The
Well,
lady-
it's not fine. That means they have at least one wish left, possibly 2.
Yeah.
Because we know they spent 1.
And apparently it didn't necessarily do what she wanted it to do.
Right. So that means
And Gary will explain at this point, being like the arcane caster,
Yeah.
that the whole thing about how unless you do certain like things with a wish spell, the magic kind of takes on its own. You have to be very careful with your word choices. And he'll give you the example that they have right in the player's handbook, where like, if you wish an enemy is dead, it might teleport you forward in time to a time where they had died naturally, or something like that. So it seems like they didn't know what they were getting into and may have made a misstep.
Gotcha.
Okay. So.
Cool.
And as you guys are kind of mulling over this information, oh, and Gary will explain what the other cards did. The idiot lowers someone's intelligence. Uriel curses you to look like a Medusa, and the only thing that can break it is, I think, a different deck of many things card. And the rogue was you will have an unknown enemy that will seek you until your death.
Right. Okay.
Make insight checks.
Ooh. For the dragons as well?
No, just for you guys.
19.
Cool.
18.
Cool. You guys will both kind of clock that the guy with the idiot card had like more than one. Like he had the thief or the idiot and the rogue. So it seems like some of these people are pulling more than one card.
Okay.
So, I mean, based on the fact that one guy turned into a Mandusa and the other guy was dumb
Mandusa, forget about
and
Mandusa.
murdered, they're desperate. They're pulling
They're risking that stuff
from a magic lottery where sometimes you get wishes and sometimes you die. And they're like, this is all we've got left to try to beat these two farm boys and their dragons.
We're really ruffling their feathers.
If you think about it, we've thwarted them at every single turn.
We killed one of them 3 times.
It makes sense.
Now and she's back again.
It makes sense that like,
Imelda's is alive again,
shit.
Oh, fuck.
right? I mean,
I don't understand
She
why
getting letters.
Yeah.
she'd be getting a letter if she what? And Mel. Alright, so Glenn.
Yeah, shit.
Sending to Imelda and tell her we're gonna fucking kill her again. Just leave it.
I mean, all right. I can do
No,
that.
you don't have
Okay, I don't.
it was just
It was good. It was fun. I liked it.
Where out of game? Where did we have to go for the training thing? Was that at the monastery or at Silver Moon?
It was a person in Silvery Moon was going to do it, but they didn't set up a specific place. So if you wanted, you could ask them to meet you here, or you could go into the city to meet them.
Oh, okay.
can I just have them meet us here
Yeah.
for convenience? All right, it's the next morning. Hang on. Let's find out whether or not we're just gonna get some divine help.
Yes.
On same
do our mark first.
beseechment
Yeah.
as yesterday. Help us get the Ragecaster. 16. Damn it.
So close.
Ah.
At that point, Gerald comes over to you guys. You haven't seen him yet this morning.
Morning, Gerald.
He is very glassy-eyed, and he's like, "Oh, good morning, guys. Yeah, I was up late. You guys helped us out a lot, so I wanted to help you guys out. So I was, as like you asked, I was looking into the blacksmith, and I found something that had survived a fire in a different temple.
Oh.
I think you guys will want to take a look at it. Here you go.
Oh, that's a big old letter.
I will read it out loud to you guys now. The signs are aligning, and the end that Mistra has shown me approaches. I believe we will fall in the final confrontation with the Ragecaster. It has taken all of my magical know-how and the blacksmith skill, but I think her artifact will be able to contain the magic of the staff, which will trap the Ragecaster in the demiplane should we succeed. I only hope that Bog Leech keeps its end of the bargain after we are gone. My heart breaks for the blacksmith. She will be the only survivor when the sun comes up. She will have lost everything again. I hope my words have sunk in, and she will choose a life of peace after this is all over. She can be so much more than a tool of the gods. Mistra has also showed me you, Lionel, Ferris, Gary and Glint. If you must disturb the blacksmith, her maker's mark is on the artifact. It should start you in the right direction. Please do not tell her of my premonition. She'll be furious I did not tell her beforehand. But I knew she'd let the world burn to save her family, especially a family she chose. Oh, Mistra, mighty, mighty Mistra, Barfy the Butslorb.
Why? That's us.
So yeah.
Wait, how old is this?
That
Is this like talking about the original capturing of the Rage Caster?
seems like, yeah.
Oh, gee.
Well, so we're letting.
We got a letter from the past.
Right? No, I mean I just like
Or is it from the future?
Imelda just gets love letters. We're in freaking prophecies. She's
Right?
She's
so
so
lame.
dumb. We're gonna kill her so hard.
She sucks so bad.
Alright, so we gotta find the staff on the artifact.
The maker's
No,
mark.
the Maker's Mark is on the artifact. What artifact? Is that the Rage Caster?
I'm
staff?
gonna maybe think it's the shield. I'm just gonna take a shot in the dark.
Pull the shield out, start.
Oh, that's right.
Examine
I haven't
it.
told you what the shield does yet.
No, you haven't told
So you guys someone takes an hour and they identify the shield.
Gary probably.
Yep.
That sounds like Gary. Oh, excuse me. The shield of Saint Plebeius. The shield of Saint Plebeius functions as a +2 shield. Its fitted leather bands allow it to slide comfortably around the arm of its wielder, giving them the ability to keep both hands free during combat. This shield can be used by spellcasters such as bards, druids, sorcerers, warlocks, and wizards. 3 times a day, you can activate Towering Size. As a bonus action, you speak a command word, causing the shield to grow to the size of a tower shield. The shield plants itself in front of you, giving you full cover. While it is in this form, it acts similar to an immovable rod. It remains a tower shield until the command word is spoken again to reduce it back to the original size. And Reflective Surface, 3 times per day. As a reaction, you gain advantage on a saving throw against any spell that targets only you. In addition, if you roll a 20 or higher for the save, the spell has no effect on you and instead targets the caster, using the slot level, save DC, attack bonus, and spellcasting ability of that caster.
Can you repeat the last one?
Sure, 3 times a day you can get advantage on a save, and if you get above a 20, you reflect the spell back on the user. So that is the Shield of Saint Plebeius.
Okay. Can I have it?
I mean, if you want. Are you fully attuned up at this point? You definitely are.
Let's find out.
I know you are, for a fact. Because we went through this already.
I have, because it's not in here. I have my... Are our weapons attunement?
No.
No.
So I have my overalls. I have my ring of mind shielding. And in here it says I have a ring of protection, but I think that got moved to somebody else at some point.
Celine, I don't know.
No, I know. I'm thinking out loud. I think Gary ended up having it.
Yes. No. I think... Well, no, because Gary has the Strength Blight, which works the same way.
Right, okay.
So he has that. He does
And his
not
Fulminating Treaties and his Ring of Spell Storing.
Those are his 3 magic.
Those are his 3.
Yeah. Correct. So you have the Ring of Mind Shielding.
Are you attuned up?
I don't think so. I have... the tattoo and a Ring of Protection, which I think is the one that was originally with Gary.
That was the one that Lionel had that was to Gary and then it passed to you? Do we have 2 Rings of Protection?
Yes, we have 3. Because Glint has one too.
Oh, okay, so Lionel might have ended up with one.
Yes.
After all the swapping around.
Yeah, because Gary didn't need it. There was an extra. So both dragons had one, and then you had one.
Right.
And then I ended up getting one because Gary got the same thing from the Strength Blight. Yeah.
Do you want Strength Blight?
Maybe.
You want me to reread what Strength Blight does?
Yeah.
Functions as an amulet of protection +1 and grants you resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage from non-magical attacks. 3 times a day, when a melee attack is made against a single target and hits, you can force the target to make a DC 16 Constitution saving throw, draining 1d4 plus 2 strength, or half as much on a success. Half of the amount drained is then added to your strength score. You can gain a bonus of up to +6 from this feature. The added strength lasts a minute. If a creature you target with this feature has their strength score dropped to 0, it dies. 3 times per day.
So, I mean, I could definitely take it, and it would basically... I mean, one, if I took it right now, with no adjustments, I'd have even... is it a function you said as an amulet of protection?
Yes.
So then I technically would have another +1 to my AC and my saving throws. And then I'd have the resistance, which is nice.
Because that's the thing, is like I feel like Gary's not really using it. He's not really a melee person, so even...
No, but he sometimes finds himself in melee.
Yeah.
Unless I'm not discounting that. I mean, in theory, Gary could also use the shield, and it would give him a +2 to his AC.
Fair.
Which then becomes a +7, +9 if you do all of the things. Mm-hmm. If you're concentrating and you use shield.
Right.
So it would effectively, if he were to use that, I mean, in theory, he could take it as it stands currently and bump his AC up by 2 more. So it works. So thinking about what it does, it functions like a shield. Oh, you said it works for like spellcasters?
Yep.
So even if they're not proficient with it normally, they
Correct.
can use it. Okay.
Yeah, so anybody can use it.
So yeah.
Pretty
so
much. Well,
Pretty much.
the monks can't.
Monks can.
yeah, go figure. So that's fine. Gary could use it, Glint could use it, and then you could drop it in front of you to give you full cover, and it would function as an immovable rod, so it couldn't move. But in theory, just to throw it out there, the benefit of the full cover is gonna put you stationary in theory, because you're protected from all sources of a damage, and you can't attack out either because you're protected from it unless you peek around it. But it's stuck there till you disengage it and move it. So if that plays into effect into your thought process at all, because I'm not saying it would be bad for Lionel because you could drop it, but Lionel and Ferris are both very much moving around on the battlefield, whereas both Gary even specifically is usually very much like I am set up here.
Yeah.
And like it's a lot easier to be like, whoop, fireball, and then go back behind a thing rather than like, let me
Okay.
As a thought process. I mean, the same thing would work for Glenn too, right? It would be the same situation.
Yeah, because then she could just Spirit Guardians.
Yeah,
Movable tower shield. I'm gonna hang out here.
Yeah, completely protected
Fair.
and just strength.
Okay,
so either one of
one
them,
of the dragons.
I think would make sense.
Cool.
That would be my play for the shield. I don't care who it goes to. I just think they are fundamentally more often than not stationary.
More stationary than.
What was the thing to make it go full cover?
It's a bonus action.
Bonus action. Okay, that's pretty cool too, because that's you just still cast a spell. You could do it or cast a spell and then drop it.
And drop. Yeah. Okay. So if Gary takes it, then he has to give up Strength Blight, which would make sense.
Yeah. And I guess, I mean, it would probably make more sense for me.
I feel like Ferris would get the most use out of it.
Just for the resistance more than anything else.
And you get the most attacks in a turn, like melee attacks.
That is also true.
Unless Clint uses flurry of blows and stuff.
Yeah, but that's a rarity.
Exactly.
It's she's better using the key points to just take the dodge action as a bonus action every turn. Which fundamentally could almost be just as good as the full cover. disadvantage on an attack. The way Sean's been rolling, giving him 2 shots to hit me is pretty good. So yeah, I would say the shield to Gary is fine, and then if you want to hand over strength plate, I'll take strength plate.
Cool.
That works.
Yeah.
Cool. And then I don't think we got anything else that was super useful other than the ring of minor smite,
Right.
which gives you a level 1 smite
Per long rest.
without using a spell slot, and it is not attunement.
Correct.
Cool, got it.
So who wants a freebie smite?
Probably either me or you,
Yeah.
because we just had the conversation about melee.
Yeah. Lionel's gonna take it.
Sure.
You got strength plate. I'm taking this now.
All
You're
right.
spreading the love.
Sure.
So you guys have your powwow. You figure out what the shield does, all this other stuff, and then Osmer shows up, the old hoplite lady who you guys met on the road. Trundles up. All right, men. Thanks for bringing Dennis back. The city is a lot safer than it was beforehand, and
Cool.
I promised you a thing, and here we go. And she holds out a magical stick. And she goes, touch my stick. And you guys are transported in to this stick magically.
Magic stick.
And there, you are in a full training facility, sand ground, weapons on all the walls. And Osmer is standing there in light padded armor. All right, I guess suit up. What were you guys looking to learn here? And then it cuts into a classic 80s montage where this old lady teaches you how to fight in your preferred manner. So, you each have, you have to fail once, you have to get frustrated, you have to learn a lesson, and then you have to succeed. So, I'm putting you on the spot.
Yeah.
You're learning great weapon mastery. The ability to hit harder and hit more. So you're going to smash rocks, smash rocks, smash rocks. Oh no, your bamboo stick broke. And then shaky head, sweat on the brow. And then Osmer comes up and hits you in the knee, so your knee goes out different, and then pops your shoulder different, and then smash rocks, and the rocks are dust, the dust, and dust, and dust, and then it goes over to Ferris, who's swinging his rope dart, and he goes to smash the melon, but it glances off the melon, and he goes to smash the melon, and it knocks the stand below the melon, but misses the melon, and then she comes by and whispers something in your ear. A smile crosses your face. You roll your eyes, and then, crush the melon! Crush the melon! Oh, it's so impressive. Dun dun dun! Shh, shh. And now you guys learned an additional feat. Oh, sorry. Thank you. And then as there's the crush the melon, it zooms way back, and you see in the foreground Lionel under a magical fake tree reading a book. As his muscles grow from the knowledge.
Yes.
And then
my muscle brain.
as you guys feel well rested, you have new knowledge. It's been a couple days. You guys back and nothing has changed. You're still in the same spot. The sun hasn't moved. The day smells the same. You can still smell cold barbecue sauce on the air.
Did we just... Well... Did we all just have a shared fever dream?
No,
what just
it's
happened?
the rod of training.
Cool.
Magic item.
I'm tired now. Are we tired?
No.
We
Well
don't
rested.
feel...
Yeah, you took a nap before you
That's right.
popped out. Yeah.
Pocket dimension!
Yeah, pocket dimension.
They're great.
So yeah, good luck, guys. I'm gonna get back to work. See you out there.
Yeah. Great.
Your overalls, like the buttons are straining a little. Yeah. And then like the top button of your shirt is straining a little bit.
Take a deep breath.
I know.
I feel exposed.
You are not wearing a shirt. That's why.
Gerald!
Why are you calling Gerald? Why are you asking? What?
We're at the
What did your
monastery,
shirt
yeah?
go?
Here.
Do you have
Do you
any
remember?
big
Wait.
clothes?
We found these 2 sets of fine traveler's clothes.
We did.
And this, when we found this priest pack and the journal and the 100 gold piece ruby.
I take the fancy clothes and I go change.
We found 2 sets.
And
so
I
you
come
should-
out with the fancy clothes, but with my overall still.
Obviously.
Obviously.
So a very fine, I'm gonna say like a light lilac blue, ruffled tunic. Ruffles on the front, ruffles on the sleeves, and then overalls.
Do the ruffles get in the way of my hands?
No.
Cool.
Because your arms are really long,
So
so they
it's like
only go to
reverse.
about here. Like the ruffles almost make
Like
it to your
colonial
wrist.
sleeves.
Yes, exactly. So yeah, you guys are. Wow, I guess we are all ready to. Ha ha!
It matches my shirt now.
Welcome to the party, Fancy Lionel.
Fuck you, guys. Yes.
So on the shield, is there a maker's mark?
There's
Oh,
a
yeah.
mark on the shield.
Okay, alright. Well, that
What
was
about the amulet?
on
So
strength
maybe
light.
it's on the strength light.
That was worth a shot.
So it's probably on the. It just says on the artifact.
Yeah, well, when I was thinking the artifact, I was thinking it was one that we had. 'Cause
Right?
if it's the staff, that's what we're looking for.
Yeah, if we must disturb the blacksmith, a maker's mark on the artifact should start you in the right direction. Do you know, Gerald?
Yeah.
Do you know what the maker's mark of the blacksmith is?
Like what it looks like, or
Yeah.
like what it? No, I don't know what it looks like, but it's probably has to do with whatever her family name is or something like that, right?
Yeah.
That's usually how it goes, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
How about bog leech? Does that ring any bells?
Bog leech.
I'm pretty sure that was in the thing.
Yeah. Which
Someone
will
could
trap the rage caster in the demi-plane should we succeed. I only hope that Bog Leech keeps its end of the bargain after we're gone.
Yeah, I've never heard of a bog leech.
I'm wondering if that's like some sort of like protector or guardian of the rage caster.
I think it's a dragon. That sounds like a dragon name.
Oh,
Or like
could be a
a
dragon.
plant guy. Maybe it's the plant guy from that we thought was a
Yeah.
smoke monster. Maybe it actually double fake. It is a plant guy, and its name is Bog Leech.
Okay.
That's what I think. I changed my mind. That's what it is. It's a double fake. It was all a red herring. It's plant guy all.
Wait. So it's kind of like the same thing that Dennis did, where
Yeah.
like, yeah, I moved it, but I didn't move it.
Exactly.
Yeah,
It's happened to us once.
it has.
So
You know what,
maybe-
Ferris? They say, "Fool me twice, shame on me." So nobody's getting past you today.
No, I'm not falling for it.
Won't get fooled
Smoke
again.
monster.
Range final convocation. Oh, wait, we can't talk to the god today, right?
Yeah, we can.
We can?
Yeah, for three.
Oh, I was gonna say.
Three for free.
Oh, it's a yes or no question though now, right?
Well, yeah, 3 for free.
Yeah. Why? What were you thinking?
Try to figure out where the blacksmith is, because we know they're
Okay,
not
alright,
in
well, hang on.
Hamlet.
So, here's a good one. Have we seen the Maker's Mark before? Because maybe we've seen it, we just didn't know what it was. It's a simple thing, we just throw that one out there. Because, like, what if it's like, we've gone to a lot of weird places and a lot of, like, godly stuff and seen a lot of things.
Right.
But we didn't know we were looking for a blacksmith till, like, a couple days ago.
Well, what have we come across that's been blacksmithed?
Probably everything that we've found that's been made out of metal.
Yeah, probably.
I'm gonna say all of
Yeah,
the
a lot.
things.
So let's look over all of our things.
But I mean, like, what if we saw it, like, in, like, at the wedding? Or, like, in one of the tombs, the god place with the
So
Sphinx?
why
Like,
not ask? Can you look within and ask yourself if we've seen it before?
right, that's what I was saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
cool, so,
yeah,
Sure.
we got 2 more
do you
questions.
guys, am I keeping the next 2 on the back burner, or?
Oh, maybe we should wait, because if the answer is yes, then we could try to narrow it down.
Yeah. Just ask that one for now, and then don't ask anything else.
Sure. Yeah. Yep.
We have?
Yeah, turns out.
Alright, cool.
All
have 2 more questions to narrow down.
Oh, is it on an item we have in our possession?
Sure, let's go with that one.
Nope.
Cool.
Okay, so it's
All right.
nothing we have right now, but we have seen it before.
Cool. So we could take
Yeah?
Real quick, guys. While we still got one question in the pocket,
Yeah.
Ferris, it was last night that you said that the whole blacksmith thing seems to not really be that the Ragecaster staff was really our main thing, and this was kind of a non.
Yeah, but then we're part of a prophecy that includes us disturbing the blacksmith.
Oh yeah, you're right. That's a good point. But while we still got the one message, I wanted to say, like, do
Well,
we
this
want
is
to
why-
use one of these for the Ragecaster thing
Maybe.
before we finish up with the blacksmith for today?
I think that the artifact. I think we need to go find the Ragecaster first. And I think the Maker's Mark is going to be on that because the blacksmith crafted it to capture the Ragecaster.
But my point, and to Glenn's point just then, is we don't care about the blacksmith if we have the staff. The staff is what we want. Unless it's got like some magic lock that we can't use the staff unless we talk to the blacksmith. As far as I can tell from the information that we have, if we get the staff, we did the thing we wanted to do. The blacksmith was, in my opinion, from what we've read, a way to find the staff.
Mm-hmm.
Because we don't know where the staff is. It's in a demiplane. Right? That's what it said? Or is the blacksmith in a demiplane? You just read it on the thing. Trapped in a demiplane.
Hold on. Science I learning research shows me confrontation with the cat for a chance to understand magical knowledge of skill. Yeah, because it says it has taken all of my magical know-how in the blacksmith skill, but I think her artifact will be able to contain the magic of the staff, which will trap the Ragecaster in the demiplane should we succeed.
Okay.
The Ragecaster as the person, not the staff.
Okay.
Like the entity of the Ragecaster.
Right. Alright.
And I think her artifact, that's the first mention of an artifact, and then later it says her Maker's Mark on the artifact should start you in the right direction.
Alright, here's a question, Glenn. Is the Ragecaster staff with the Ragecaster? We figure that out, because then we know if we need to look, if we're going to deal with, or is the Ragecaster staff with, did we ask if the Ragecaster staff is with the blacksmith? We didn't ask that.
No.
So why don't we do
know?
that? Why don't we ask?
Did we ask if the Ragecaster staff was in Hamlet?
No, you only asked
If
if
the
the
blacksmith
blacksmith was in Hamlet.
Because, they think that the staff is in Hamlet.
Right.
So maybe we could ask to either confirm or deny that?
Did we find out that the blacksmith is in Hamlet?
No, she is not.
Okay, gotcha.
We know that because that was one of the questions.
Right. Okay. So let's ask about the staff then.
Okay.
Because I don't care
Yeah.
about the blacksmith or the Ragecaster if I get the staff.
Right.
Fair.
That's the thing we're looking for.
Okay.
So what do we want to ask about the staff?
Where is it?
Well, we're not going to get a good answer on that. You could add, Hamlet is a place that we know is associated with it.
Yeah, we could literally just ask.
Is the Ragecaster staff in Hamlet? Let's go
Yeah.
with that.
I feel like that's the easiest thing.
Start there.
Or near Hamlet?
That in Hamlet.
Okay.
Give me a second. Let me
Because-
look up Commune.
Okay. I think I know who it is, but it's Celine thinks she knows who the blacksmith is, and Lionel doesn't. So I'm fighting between metagaming and staying true.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. You get a short answer. Glenn
Okay.
will give you guys a short answer. Okay, so when I looked inside for the truth
Yeah.
and asked if the staff was in Hamlet, what I got was no, but the path to the staff leads through Hamlet.
Okay.
Oh.
So All right. So to me, that sounds like if we go to Hamlet, we're not starting at the beginning because a path leads through it. Unless we can just skip to Hamlet and then go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Try to pick up the trail from there.
Yeah.
Either that or we try to find the blacksmith.
Well, I mean, we can give it a shot for three more questions.
Sure.
All right. Here we
Why
go.
not?
Well, we'll keep the same one. We're going
Let it
for
ride.
26 plus. 98. All right. 3 more questions.
Cool.
Cool. All right.
And are you guys doing blacksmith or ragecaster questions?
Yeah.
I don't listen. I got us the questions. What do you got?
Thinking.
Because we have a general idea of the of the path now. We know it leads through Hamlet,
Right.
so we know it's also not there.
Exactly.
And we know the blacksmith's not in Hamlet.
So
We
I
also
don't
know
think-
the idiot bad guys think that it is, but they also have a wish to find out the location
Right.
of the blacksmith. I don't know why you wouldn't just wish to know the location of the Ragecaster
Yeah.
staff if they're looking for the artifact. So unless, I mean, it were it any other group of bad guys, I would say they know something we don't. And that's why they're going to the blacksmith first instead of the staff.
Right.
But they are dumb. So I don't trust that they're going to
Fair.
take it to the right. I mean, it's a wish. Unless they feel like they can't word the wish in such a way that
They
you know,
can get
can't
it.
get the information that they want. Well, apparently I guess they're a little scared because they screwed up last time with the previous wish. So we can ask more about the blacksmith.
Because it says once we have the.
Oh, all right. Here, I got one for you. We've seen the Maker's Mark before. We know that.
Right.
So we've established that. All right, I got two. I mean,
Poems.
yeah, I got. Here's my first question.
Yeah.
Have we seen the Ragecaster staff before?
Nope.
Okay, cool. So we know that.
Have we seen the blacksmith?
That was my
before?
next one. Have we seen the blacksmith before?
Like the blacksmith.
Capital
Not just
B blacksmith.
capital B blacksmith, not just a blacksmith. The blacksmith.
We have established.
Of the spell guard.
Well, it's
Or
not.
whatever,
It's not
whatever.
wish. We're just at. We're at. The God knows what.
What we
Glenn
mean.
knows what we mean.
Yes.
Okay, great.
Okay, so we've met the blacksmith.
We've met the
before.
blacksmith. and
You
we've seen-
asked if you've seen the
Okay,
place.
so we've seen the blacksmith before.
Have we met the blacksmith before?
Yes.
All right. Hey, we got
Let it ride!
51 and above. 30. So we're stuck
Nope.
for today.
All
All
right.
right.
Right. Did our best for today.
Listen, that's great. We've narrowed it down. How many people have we met?
A lot of people.
Until like 2 months ago, like 10. Now we've met a
Yeah.
lot of people.
Do you think Mum would know anything? Wasn't she an old adventurer?
It's worth a shot, but we gotta get there. I mean, actually, no, we can get there. We can fly.
Can Gary just teleport us
Yeah,
now?
he could teleport us there now, yeah.
One teleport. Stop
Oh,
off
do we
and
need to do anything else in Silvery Moon before we teleport?
Hamlet is like 10 miles away from where you are now.
We could go
on. Okay, so
there.
let's go. Let's just fly over to Hamlet first. See if we find anything. And if we keep hitting dead ends, we'll pop back over home, see if we can figure out anything from there.
And we'll start asking questions again tomorrow.
Right? Exactly.
I love this plan,
It's-
and I'm happy to be a part of
It's
it.
a
Cool.
good morning ritual.
It's a good plan.
What?
Beseech God for help. If God doesn't answer, ask God a bunch of questions.
Yup.
Then move on with the day.
Gotta start it with your morning prayers.
Yeah,
ain't that
listen,
ain't that something?
Ain't that something?
You
That's
know?
devotion.
Yeah.
You darn right.
That's right.
Darn
Darn tootin'.
All right.
It's the fun part, Joe Clown.
Yes.
All right. So we'll fly. Oh, again, do we need to do anything else here in the monastery / Silvery Moon? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
All right. So then we'll just
Think
fly
we're
to
good.
Hamlet.
Yeah.
But we should be wary because the idiots might be there.
Right.
Possibly. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. I don't have any further ideas, but if Hamlet is supposed to be where the Ragecaster is located, I guess you need to keep looking. So if I read that, the way I read that, it sounds like they went to check and it was not the right way. But we know from divine guidance that the path leads through there.
Through Hamlet.
Because if the way I read that is, it seems like they went there and
Didn't find it, right?
Didn't find it.
Away.
And then they said maybe some of your pets can help.
So maybe they got to sniff it out. Maybe
Well,
it's like underground.
I assume her pets are just undead things, because that's.
I'm assuming it's the blue animal
Yeah.
things.
Imelda's dumb animals.
Yeah.
I think that's what we should call them. Imelda's dumb animals.
Well, I've been workshopping this for a while, and I got.
Ada.
You ready?
Yeah.
Dumbriel.
I love it.
So we're gonna go with that.
Awesome.
So we've got that, and
Hit
we'll have
her
to come.
right where it hurts.
You know, it doesn't.
Big
You
ego.
don't. I mean, it's pretty tame, but it just rolls off the tongue
It
so
does.
well that I feel like it'll just be like that little
It's
needle.
more- yeah.
It's almost more insulting
It's more
because
insulting.
it's so tame.
Exactly.
you
Yeah,
know?
exactly.
Because it's so like schoolyard insult.
Like if we were calling her fuck bucket, it gives her more respect than Dumbriel. It makes you smile when you say it.
It does.
Yeah.
Here.
Alright. Cool. All right. So to Hamlet, just to see. I mean, who knows? Maybe they raised Hamlet to the ground and there's nothing left.
Yeah, it's possible. But it's worth checking out.
Yeah. It's 10 miles away.
Yeah.
That's pretty quick. We can
Yeah.
do that and then we can just teleport away.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys are flying towards Hamlet.
Yeah.
You have mentioned, or Ted, you had mentioned that there might be dumb people there. Are you guys going to take any kind of specific precautions in case there are some enemies in Hamlet?
I don't really know what we do. We're flying in on Dragon Wing. It's not exactly the stealthiest. I mean, unless we touch down outside the city and then huff it for a bit.
Yeah. Or, question. If, Gary,
Yeah, no.
if you're invisible,
I know what you're
and
going to
I'm
ask me.
riding on top,
and I'm already
am
saying
I
no.
invisible from
No.
the ground?
No.
Like an invisibility cloak
Not at all.
from our favorite
No.
childhood book,
Nope. It looks.
Harry Potter.
It's not.
Hang on.
Harry is hotter than some of the other books.
Right?
No. Nope.
But
Nope. You
if
would.
we
I would be
invisible-
invisible, and you would be floating. It would look like you were.
But if
floating.
we're high up, then I'll just look like a bird or like a speck.
Yes,
You're
you
very-
look like a bird or a speck. I could also just upcast
was
invisibility.
gonna say, could we just cast it
and
on all
turn
four
it
of us?
on? You could be invisible too.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I was gonna say, could we just put it on all four of us?
Wait, can I do that with greater invisibility?
No.
No. Well, greater invisibility only lasts for 1 minute.
Oh,
Invisibility lasts for an hour.
And you
well,
can
because
cast.
I only have greater invisibility. He only has greater invisibility prepared.
It's the beginning of the day. You can swap out what you have prepared.
That's true. So if he wanted to take regular invisibility,
Then I'll cast it.
he
Then we
could
can all
cast
be
it at
invisible.
5th level.
Cool.
Yeah, 2, 3, 4. 5. Yeah, and then all four of us could be invisible.
Cool. So let's get not getting rid of you. Not getting
What's
rid
that
of
sound? I don't know. It sounds like wing beats. That's weird.
You.
Like gigantic wing beats, right?
Skies are clear though. I don't know, guys.
Keep you.
Magic's crazy, right?
I know, right?
Fake sounds.
Let's get rid of you. I haven't used you. So and then we prepare invisibility. Done.
All right.
So you guys take off.
So we have to cast it at a what level spell for 4 of us?
5th. Yeah, which will be 7 points.
Barely a drop in the bucket.
So you guys are. I'm gonna say you're about a mile out. You've flown for about 9 miles. Everyone, give me perception checks, please.
Perception. Including dragons?
Including dragons.
33.
Good start.
Yes, you did good.
Good start.
It's very good. Oof.
And Clint got
Perception, you said?
Yes.
15 for Gabby.
Mm-hmm.
And 12 for Lionel.
All right, Lionel. You haven't flown that many times. This is dope.
Oh.
You are king of the world. You're just.
I'm flying!
Yeah, keep it down, buddy. We're invisible.
Invisible
and
is a
stealthing.
thing.
Invisible and stealthing. Yeah.
It's really weird. It looks like I'm just flying
Don't-
through the air. There's
It
nothing
actually
underneath me.
it makes me a little nauseous when I look, so I'm trying not to think about it.
You get nauseous when you look down when you fly?
Well, only when I can't see my body.
Oh, that's reasonable.
Yeah.
It's
It's
spooky.
it's very disconcerting.
It is.
So everyone who got above a 15 will notice that you guys are kind of flying over or passing over a section of the main road that leads to Hamlet. And everyone who got above a 15 will notice that there were a couple trees down. Ferris, with your 33, you notice that there are several trees down across the road at like random intervals. You see 4 of them all within like a 50-yard area. You notice that the places where these trees are broken seem to have been clawed or bitten. There's some other kind of looks like some kind of animal or monster knocked these trees down, and there are several large sections of like blood, and you see the remains of at least one cart that has been just like ripped to shreds.
I think the animals have been here. That's what I would guess.
Oh,
The blue ones.
the dumb ones.
Yeah, they're attacking people.
Yeah.
Cutting off omelette.
Yeah, maybe. So you guys keep on flying,
Let's go.
and you make it to the hamlet of Hamlet.
Do they eat omelettes? In omelette?
Well, you're gonna have to ask. I was hoping I could come up with another word that rhymed with that in that time. Nothing happened. Nothing doing.
Nope, I got nothing.
Yep, right. I think that's
We've
that's that whole
exhausted
joke, the whole thing. Sorry, just trying to find the page because I was looking at a different thing. So you guys fly over and you notice a couple of things right off the bat.
Yes.
You notice a large manor house built on top of a hill with really thick walls, and it looks like some kind of shiny, not shiny, but like some kind of like shimmery, glinty thing on top of these walls. You notice that there is a town square with a pool of just like inky black liquid in kind of flowing through this fountain.
Like the thing we saw up on the mountain?
Not quite.
Okay.
This one's definitely a liquid, not like smoke.
Okay.
This, yeah. You will notice what looks like a broken down temple. And a couple, like there are some various buildings that look to be pretty well maintained. And then there's a very heavily wooded area with looks like some like old ramshackled like abandoned buildings. And there's a lot of vegetation in that area. And it smells a little, like even from this height, you can smell a little waft of funk from that area. You notice towards the south of town, there's a little grouping of buildings. There's some kind of, actually, you see a very large creature, some kind of giant, and a couple other smaller humanoids. Hard to tell anything else from this height. But yeah.
No, okay.
So yeah, you see a group of creatures by this town center fountain. You see a group of creatures by that like southern giant area that I mentioned. And that is what you can see from this height.
So there's the vegetated ramshackled area,
Yes.
which is stinky.
Stinky, yes.
Then there's the fountain.
Fountain
with
area.
people.
Yep. And animals.
And
And you
animals.
can notice some cages from this height.
Okay. Then there's the giant and a contingent of people in a different part.
Correct.
Then there's the house up on a hill.
Yes. And the destroyed temple.
Is that by the house on the hill?
No, separate
area.
Yeah.
Okay. So those were what, 5 areas?
Yeah, the 5 like main areas that
we
you
can
have
see.
noticed.
Well, it seems like. Wait, do we have the communication open?
We could have. I would assume we will. Well, if we were going to
If
be
we were gonna be
flying and
sneaking in.
invisible, I imagine we would.
Yeah, it would
last
make
an
sense.
hour.
Yeah. So it's just like, yeah, we've got shitty people, seems like.
Yeah. I'm just realizing now by looking at the spells that I had prepared, we could probably just cast Scrying on the blacksmith since we met the blacksmith.
Oh, that's a good idea.
And then, as long as they don't make the saving throw, I guess, we can just, like,
See who they are.
see them for a bit.
Cool.
So that's a thing we can just throw that out.
Glen Harris, yeah?
Yeah.
Let's do
Technically
that. I think that's a great first step. I want to go down there with all those people.
But if she casts a spell, she will become visible, because invisibility breaks if you cast a spell. Just as a thought process. So I mean, we also
let's go. We could go touchdown somewhere.
Yeah, I was gonna say we have the recon.
Double back. Go back to the monastery.
Well, I mean, we could. Did we see? I mean, we didn't see like townspeople.
Correct. You saw no townspeople.
So they're either locked away inside or they're all dead.
All this place has been like abandoned for a while.
Yeah, we really didn't.
We didn't
have
dig
hit. Yeah.
that much into Hamlet's life.
You know, I mean, we have sort of got this reputation as people that come in and just fix things. Nobody was just like, hey, did you hear about what's going on in Hamlet? It's really sad that this giant showed up with his group of gross people and killed and was taking people
Maybe they
prisoner.
didn't know.
And we would have been like, oh, we can go fix that.
Maybe other people didn't know.
I mean,
I don't know.
we can't fix everything.
We can't fix everything. We're only two people.
Four.
Four people.
Two people, two
Two
dragons.
people, two dragons.
Sometimes it
I
feels
didn't-
like they don't include us as
I-
people. I know, but it's
Well,
just
'cause I
because
didn't-
they're just humanoids. They don't
Exactly. I
understand.
didn't want to
Yeah.
insult you and your magnificence by putting you on the same level as us mere human people. Well, not human, but you know what I mean. Humanoid peoples. You are mighty and in your class of your own, Glint.
Sure. That's why we're an afterthought.
No, an afterthought.
Well, yeah,
You're always in the forefront.
Sure.
I thought.
Yep.
Anyway, my point being is, I mean, there's clearly something weird going on in this town.
Yeah, definitely. They're trying to find the staff there. That's what's happening.
Right. And we know the path leads through here.
Right.
But, like, is it a literal through here? Can we just, like, fly over Hamlet and get to the other side? Then
One way
we've
to
gone
find out.
through it, you know, but unless it's like, there's a secret portal in the basement of the Stinky House.
The stinky house.
You know what? If I was going to hide a portal, I would hide.
I mean,
in the
yeah,
stinky
that
house.
would-
Nobody
no one wants to go.
in the stinky house. So
No,
I get it.
you avoid the stinky house.
Right, unless you absolutely have to,
Unless you
which
have to
is
go in the
why
Stinky
you
House,
would put the
yeah.
portal there. Yeah.
Yeah.
The stinky house.
So why don't we touch down outside the city,
Right.
cast a spell, see what happens. If nothing happens, then we can just roll into town and do
Kill some
what
things.
we do.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do that.
Cool.
All right. So you touch down outside of the town. Which part of the town are you, let's say, closest to of the parts I've named?
Thoughts?
Recapping. Hold on.
Stinky
House on hill.
Yep.
Stinky house.
Yep.
Giant area. Giant guy.
Church. Giant guy. Fountain. Definitely not fountain because that's in the middle.
Correct.
Correct.
And I don't think we should go near the giant guy. And I don't really want to go near the stinky house. Does it? Well, how many? Does it seem like anybody's around the stinky house?
Slight correction. Stinky house. I like it as a shorthand, but there are
No,
several
I know.
buildings.
I know this is shorthand.
Sorry. No, you don't see any signs of activity
What
over
about
by
the house?
the stinky
The
house.
big house.
By the big house, there is signs of activity around, like the outside of these big walls, but nothing. Actually, no. You'll see movement inside the house,
Okay.
like through the windows, but no one's outside.
And what about the church?
The church, you do see a little bit of movement inside the church. And Faris, I'm going to assume you got over a 30 on whatever I'm about to ask you to do. So, yeah, you notice some. Yeah,
33.
cool. You notice a group of smaller footprints that seem to be leading into the church.
So we'll
Okay.
check down outside the church.
Sure.
That seems like a good area for me.
All right, cool.
Alright.
So you are outside of the church. This is in the southern area of the city, so it's kind of perpendicular to big giant stuff and south of town square.
Yeah.
At the north is the big manor house, and all the way to the east is Stinky House.
Which way were we coming? From the north?
You were coming from the south, so you
Okay.
kind of like circled around, scoped the whole city, landed back down. So you're casting Scrying, right?
Yes.
Can you read to me what Scrying does?
Yes, I can. I'm going to cast it. So the save is...
Oh no!
So it takes 10 minutes. So I'm going to take 10 minutes and cast this.
Cool.
You can see and hear a particular creature you choose that is on the same plane of existence as you. The target must make a wisdom saving throw, which is modified by how well you know the target and the sort of physical connection you have to it. If a target knows you're casting this spell, it can fail the saving throw voluntarily if it wants to be observed.
Okay.
So the saving throw starts at an 18, and if I've met the target, there's no modifier to the save.
Okay.
If I know them well, it's a -5 for the person saving against.
Okay.
Since I've met them, I didn't bother the other way. Like if I've only heard of them, they get a +5.
Yeah.
But, and then if I have a likeness or picture of them, they get a -2.
Okay.
If I have a possession or a garment from them, they get a -4. And if I have a body part, lock of hair, bit of nail, or the like, they get a -10
All right.
to the scrying roll. And on a failed save, the creature creates an invisible sensor within 10 feet of the target. They can see and hear through the sensor as if they were there. The sensor moves with the target remaining within 10 feet for the duration. A creature that can see invisible objects sees the sensor as a luminous orb about the size of your fist. Instead of targeting a creature, you can choose a location that you have seen before as the target of the spell. When you do so, it appears there. So, yeah, so it's a DC 18, and seemingly, if I know them well, they're starting at a -5, plus the other weird, like, if you have a thing of theirs.
Yeah.
And then they can choose to fail it if they know I'm casting this spell, which they don't. So I
Okay.
guess they can't choose to fail it.
16. So this person fails,
Okay.
but
But
burns a legendary resistance.
oh, interesting.
Oh.
Okay.
So what happened? Paris.
Do I
Paris,
don't know.
where are you?
I will say that you are able to tell that.
Okay. So I will say mentally. to
Well, we can
everybody.
see you now.
You can
right?
see me now, yeah.
Oh, we can see
So they failed the save for the scrying, but they burnt a legendary resistance to succeed on the save. So whoever they are, they're clearly very
you. So
powerful.
they're they're big power.
They also know that, I guess in theory, we attempted to scry on them.
Well,
For
they know that someone's looking
I
for
was
it.
going to
true.
say, how many times can you burn a scrying spell?
I mean,
How many resistances do people have? If it's so legendary. It's quite having
on a successful save, they can't be targeted again. I can't use this spell against them for 24 hours. I can't. Clint could try.
Sure, I could I could certainly try, shit.
No, it's fine.
No.
Do what you think you should do.
Yeah, we can only scry on locations we've seen before. Because I was going to say we could pick a location, but it's only on stuff we've seen.
Yeah.
And then there's no save because we're putting it in a spot. You know what I mean? So if there's a place we wanted to see,
That would automatically.
we could just put a thing there and then we can observe in like a radius around that spot. But we don't know yeah. I mean,
Well, could we do that to the people inside the town right now?
yes, we
Maybe
could
figure out
cast
what they're
it.
doing in there?
We could cast it like
Oh.
anything we saw in the city,
Yeah,
like
it
from
was
up
everything.
above. We saw it. We could say like, oh, let's cast it over by like
The fountain or something.
where the giant guy was
Yeah.
or whatever, and then we can just like listen in for however many minutes, 10 minutes or something, whatever it is.
Cool.
It's 10
You know
minutes.
what? While you guys decide where you're going, well, like what your next step is, why don't we take a quick break?
That's
I'm out
it.
of coffee and I gotta take a pee.
All right, that sounds good.
All right,
Alright.
thank you guys
See you
for
next.
tuning in. We'll be back in a couple minutes. Alright. So we are. Celine, focus up.
Sorry, it's a puppy.
Yeah, I'm aware, but we're two things at once, please.
Yeah.
So you guys are outside this town. You have just done your thing, and it didn't work, and you were discussing what to do next. So what is your next move?
Do we want to scry into the town?
Yeah.
Where did you want to? What specific spot? Because that'd be so we can't go inside any of the buildings.
Right, so I think either by the giants or the fountain, where there were people out in the open milling about. So that way we can maybe overhear something.
All right.
What's going on?
Let's do the fountain.
All right. So after 10 minutes, the little magical invisible sensor appears in the town square. What you guys will see in this town square, you will see. You will see a pair of monks, shadow monks,
Okay.
and a blue tattooed robed spellcaster of some sort. They're over by these cages. There are two cages, two cages with owlbears and one with looks like a guard drake or an armored drake of some kind. One of the owlbears has full on like smoky eyes, blue streaks, and as you guys watch, the shadow monks, they have those long poles with the hooks on them, like animal control, and they force this owlbear over to the pool of black liquid.
Oh.
They force its head down to drink, and as it drinks, you see the light leave its eyes and the shadow appear. There is no sign of any kind of shadow on that guard drake. And let's see. And you can overhear them talking, and they say some stuff. There's a couple of them. One of them says something to the effect of, well, yeah, like all the villagers are still up there in the manor house, and if they starve, it doesn't really affect us one way or the other. Yeah, we're just here until we find our staff. And the other one says something to the effect of, didn't we already look most of the places here? Yeah, but, Umbriel says we go find the staff. And, Lady Baronston says that the staff is here, so I guess we just keep on looking. Oh no, these arrow bears are big! Yeah, they're big, that's why we're making them on our side. Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Alright.
It's thereabouts.
Oh, yeah. Right, so... I feel bad just leaving if all the innocent villagers are here. So,
No, I don't like them turning animals into, shadow slave nonsense.
Ooh, let's go destroy their fountain.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. I mean, any idea on how to... We haven't...
Gabby.
This is our first time we've seen this, right? These
Correct.
kind of shadow pools.
Yes. Yes, Lionel.
Greater invisibility.
Yeah.
Fireball.
Okay.
It's a flawless strategy.
No, it's
Right on the fountain.
an emergence hole. I heard you just throw a grenade in there and they stop coming out.
It is
Right?
how you stop the emergency.
I'm pretty sure. Or a sunbeam.
They didn't seem...
Because shadow, maybe they
It
don't
didn't
have
seem
the
to
light.
be... These things, the people didn't seem to be overly affected by sunlight. The, shadowy, demony creature things that they sometimes could summon, those didn't
So not
seem
the
to,
actual animals that are
the animals and, the people with the tattoos didn't seem overly affected by sunlight. But remember there's that one fight where we had, someone shadow things and they put, darkness? Mm-hmm. Those didn't like sunlight. But we're also outside, and we're not like in darkness. So,
Oh, that's true.
so they're and it's the daytime.
Can you?
And I don't think it's like it's overcast, so it's fine. What's the weather like today?
Ooh, disaster. It is a half-elf good disaster from the northeast.
What about disintegrate? Can you cast disintegrate on the fountain?
Yeah, I can cast disintegrate on the fountain.
Destroy the
I
fountain?
don't know how much effect it'll have, but I can certainly try.
Will it disintegrate the object?
I read me the spell.
It doesn't. It says target. Okay, so a target can be a creature, an object, or a creation of magical force, such as a wall of force.
Cool.
It's not a creature. The spell automatically disintegrates a large or smaller non-magical object or a creation of magical force. If the target is a huge or larger object or creation of force, the spell disintegrates a 10-foot cube portion of it.
All right.
A magic item is unaffected by the spell.
So
yeah, it's probably magic.
If you wanted to try to cast disintegrate on the fountain itself, you absolutely could try.
Can we ritual detect magic to see if it's a magic fountain before I waste the spell?
I'll have to get within 30 feet to notice if it's magic or not.
Can you do it?
Can't do it and concentrate on invisibility at the same time. I mean, do you think so? If the fountain isn't magical and it's just the liquid, I know. If it's just the liquid that's magical, if it's just the liquid that's magical, do we think having it not be contained is a good thing?
No.
So, like, let's say the fountain is just a fountain and the magic goop is in it, and you destroy the fountain, then it's just gonna.
Yeah, it's bad.
Is the fountain bubbling like a fountain does?
Is it like a decorative fountain?
Oh, okay, so
and it's the liquid, like the liquid itself is coming through the fountain.
Right.
This inky black liquid.
So there might be like a greater source of this, and we might just like
unleash it like a spring.
yeah,
All right. So
I like where your head's at. I mean, if it's flammable, fireball is still a viable
fireball is always
option.
a great option.
I mean, it'll kill the people.
But I mean, not do we
And
care?
then like maybe no, I mean like I'm saying
like
we kill
with
these
them,
people
yeah.
anyway.
Yeah.
So if we kill them and then maybe burn off the bad stuff at the same time, that's just gravy.
So I want to do that as a step one?
Yeah, I mean, invisibility fireball is a
Combo.
great step one.
Yeah.
Everybody prep your shit.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, do we want to do anything in preparation? Like, what's up after that? What's up then?
I mean, we want to rescue the townspeople. We know they're in, like, the manor house. That's what they said.
So,
I mean, we could...
do you want to try to get, go over to the manor house before we...
No, because
reveal
even if we
ourselves?
get... So, if we go to the manor house and we're like, hey, all the people that are in here trying to survive, keep doing that. We'll be right back.
Fair.
Because we can't just be like, let's leave. Don't worry, we'll protect you from all of these people. I'd rather have them stay safe behind a closed door, and we take the brunt of the danger on ourselves in the street.
Mm-hmm.
And then, we can say, you're free, everybody's dead.
Nope.
Enjoy your lives.
So we'll do this and then just, stop going? Killing people?
Yeah, I mean, like we do.
Like we do?
It's. I mean, that's our move.
Cool. Then in that case, Lionel's going to do bolstering magic.
Yeah, Glint will activate emboldening bond.
Cool.
On the four of us, so we've got that going.
Got my 3. Got my 4.
So that's a freebie. Nothing wrong there. And then, do we want to buff up? The question is, do we do some pre-fight buffing action. We still have Ray's telepathic bond up. I will have Glint is gonna cast. How many points is a 4th level spell?
6.
6 for a 4th. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. Everybody except Lionel, because he can do it kind of automatically, gets Death Ward.
Cool.
So that'll be step 1. What's up?
So this pool where you set up the sensor and all this stuff is in the center of town.
Mm-hmm.
So are you just kind of like, are you planning on visibly entering this town, or are you planning on sending Gary like by himself, greater invisible, to rain down fireballs until everyone's dead?
I mean, that's the
hope. We're preparing in case things go awry and we need to run in.
I guess my question is, where will you guys be standing by? Because the forest where you got, like the clearing where you guys are is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So is about 120 feet away from where this town, like the center square is. So like you can do all of the things you're doing, just like where are you positioning yourselves in case the shit hits the fan, and how do you plan on getting to, like, or are you just like, we're all invisible, everyone boost up, we're 120 feet away, let's see what happens?
Well, we're not invisible, and Gary will drop the invisibility when he casts greater invisibility.
Yeah, like we're not invisible.
Yes, I'm aware.
Oh, okay.
That part. Like, that's what I'm saying. It's like, where are you guys going to be while Gary is invisibly throwing fireballs?
Where we are? Do
Yeah,
we want to try to get a little closer? So,
in my head, I have this really cool image of, like you'd have in, like, most, like, modern-y comic book action movies. Although the positioning is wrong. But Gary, like, flies in and starts throwing fireballs, and then we just sort of slow-mo casually walk into the town while people are just like, Wilhelm screaming as fireballs are going off through the town, and we just like walk in
casually
like it's nothing, and then what are you guys gonna do? And they're like, they're there, just casually, and it's like, oh, okay, the giant's left, let's go kill him.
Okay.
So I say we let Gary
go
get like at 2 fireballs off before we start making our casual stroll
into town.
Yeah.
Sure.
What do you think? That's my move.
I think it's a good move.
Okay.
And then, I mean, because like if we need to get in there quick, like we have things that will get us there.
Yeah, I mean I can close that in a round.
Yeah, exactly.
120 feet is.
When I rage, I get to move.
Yeah, I mean,
I can use Gary's spells
with
to
the
move.
dash, I can get 110
I can
feet.
throw my javelin and teleport
in a turn.
Yeah.
So I can, and if I can dash as a bonus action.
Yeah.
And then also make it flight. So really, I can get there fast. Glint will lag behind, but that's why the slow-mo walk is cool.
Yeah.
So that's
sure.
Yeah, let's give it a shot.
Yeah.
All right.
So, do you want to set things
Yeah,
up?
I
Are you
think...
anticipating us getting into shit?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, we specifically want to target first salvo any of the spellcasters.
Yeah, any of the tattoo spellcasters.
All right.
The monks.
Grab I need 2 monks and a spellcaster amongst our NPCs.
Monks.
Here's me and our charmed dragons and you. You said 2 monks and a spellcaster.
Yeah.
Wizard Dog is the spellcaster.
Sure.
And then we got Brina. And
All right. Owlbear number 1. Owlbear number 2. Guard drink.
okay, these are the monks.
Monks.
This is the spellcaster.
Spellcaster.
Us. Is that the fountain?
Tis!
Cool.
Alright. So. Excuse me. I guess, wait, is this? Oof. Don't do that.
Oh.
Found me! Yeah, I guess, roll for initiative.
You ready for your first initiative, Rollador?
Pushing her.
Nice one, Ador. Natural 20. Way to
Nice. Ugh. Lionel.
go. Good job.
Got an 11.
I had 25.
For Paris?
Yeah, and
Oof. Gary got a 1, so that's a 5.
what do you have, Glint? Probably nothing.
But do we get a surprise round?
9. 9 for Glint.
Sorry, Lionel, what'd you have?
11.
Gary?
1. Well, 5.
You said 9 for Glint.
Mm-hmm.
Oof. Alrighty, cake. So, you guys are starting off with Gary doing a lob of fireballs, correct?
Yes.
So, how far away is Gary going to be? Put him where he should be. There's a little guy over there. The stand. For representation purposes, please.
Right. So, fireball is a range of
150 feet.
150 feet, yes. So he's 150 feet above.
Alright.
Well, like 130 feet.
Ooh.
Trying to think if it needs to drop down quick. Flying speed is
I think
50.
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, sure. 130 feet above, invisibly.
Cool. So they have to make dex saves, right? And who you getting?
I want to get.
Definitely want to get the wizard.
Can I get these guys? These 4?
Sorry, the guard drake and the owl bears are in cages. Just to recap.
Oh, so then that. I'm
Cool.
gonna hit those 2: the monks, the spellcaster, and the fountain.
All right, they are going to roll some saves. That is a natural 1. That is a where are you, Dex? Ooh, that is a dirty 20, a nat 1, and a 18.
So greater visibility I've done. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and then a fearful.
Cool.
Okay. Cool. Open up my fireball. My save is a 17. So
Cool. So one of them fails, 2 of them pass. Roll that damage, please.
That's 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 16, 8. Okay. $26 is the total,
Cool.
so 13 cut in half for those who failed, or for those who passed. And things are on fire.
All
They are
right. You see
flammable.
oh shit! There's fire. Where'd it go from? I don't know what's happening. Do you guys do anything on your turns? Sorry, that did count as a surprise round.
Yep. Can we see from where we're at if it alerted anybody else?
You can't see if it alerted
Basically, the giant is what I'm worried about. Not worried about, but asking about.
you. Sorry, let me double check. From where you are, yeah, you can't tell if there's anyone coming from that area. Basically, yeah. But you will get some warning if they do. Like
Okay.
it's kind of you don't have direct line of sight for where they are, but you can see like the pathway they would have to run to get to you, and it doesn't seem like anyone is coming yet.
Okay.
You can definitely see the church, the broken down chapel is in between you guys. So if something happens there, you would be able to see that.
Question.
Yeah.
Did the firebolt affect the fountain at all?
I mean it's a stone fountain, so like
But did the
it's a little
liquid
charred.
burn?
No, it's liquid.
It's not flammable.
No,
It's not like alcohol.
it is nothing like alcohol.
I will activate my aspect of the worm as a bonus action, and I will choose fire damage.
Cool.
So anybody that's within 30 feet of me will have resistance to fire damage, and if anybody hits them with a melee attack, hit by an attack by another creature that's within that 30-foot radius, anybody with, let's see, the target that was hit can use their reaction to deal a D8 damage, D8 fire damage to the attacker.
Cool.
So I will activate that.
All right. You are 110 feet away. Are you staying or moving?
I'm gonna wait for. That was my bonus action to do that. So I will ready an action to dash. So just do my movement after Gary's next fireball.
Cool.
So I can start my slow-mo walk in before my turn comes around.
Gotcha. Lionel.
Same.
It is the spellcaster's turn. Nope. He doesn't. Oh, fuck. There's people, and I don't like it. So, blah. And then splitting off from him. Where are my cool shadow people? A shadow. Here, this is the shadow. Becomes kind of corporeal and splits off of him. The shadow is
Sexy
going
shadow.
to move. Yeah, sexy shadow. The shadow is going to move over to here, and the caster is going to move farther away from those other guys. Oh yeah, and then that is a bonus action. So then they cast a spell. And it's hard to tell you're way too far.
I'm way too far. You're right.
No one's near.
You're right. You're right. I forgot.
So they cast their spell and shit, I'm on the wrong thing. And darkness kind of radiates out from them. Yeah, and that's all you can tell from here. Glint.
She's gonna do the same thing with the
Movement.
I hope ready. Yeah, she will bonus action patient defense to take the dodge action, and then we'll save her action to slow-mo fly in after Gary's second fireball.
Cool. Gary.
Second fireball!
All right, where are you placing the second fireball?
If I get this guy, he's the only one I can get. Or I can get all three these guys. Or I could get the guys and the beasts in the cage. Are these normal ones or ones that have been turned?
Those have been turned.
Where it's going to do more damage.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
They'll probably try to free him.
I'm going to center on these guys.
All right. Woof. All right, one of the owl bears pass.
Everybody, oh, there's bad.
They have disadvantage because it's in a cage.
On the deck save, I'm gonna say no because it's not actually restrained. It has freedom of movement in its
23.
space. 23 damage. Cool.
Yes. Got 3 points.
Ow. 23. Let us see. So it's 3. Cool. Anything else on Gary's turn?
So now the second fireball went off. So now we do our movements.
You all dash in.
Yeah.
On 80 feet.
So you got to keep track. Y'all got to keep track of where y'all is. So you're 80 feet closer. So you were 110 feet. So you are now 30 feet away from the action. Ted can put yourself wherever you want.
Yeah. Glint will be. It's a 50-foot fly speed. So we don't want to get all the way
Into the fight.
I don't think, because there's gonna be. Not at well. Yeah, I guess I'll. So where's the black goop? Or
It's
whatever.
basically the white crystal is substituting in for black goop.
Okay, is that spellcaster in it?
In the black goop?
Yeah.
No, it's next to the black goop.
I'm sorry, I meant the darkness. You said they were.
Oh, sorry, the darkness. It is a 10-foot radius around this person. There is a heavily obscured, like black shadow thing or something.
Okay, I'm not worried about that then. Okay, yeah, I will move myself. Basically, up into the. I'll move into the darkness. Where that person.
Okay,
To
cool.
the darkness.
Well, it's only a 10-foot thing around him.
Yeah.
And I have 10 feet of blind sight,
Mm-hmm.
so I can effectively see what's going on in there. So I will move. I will move 5 feet into the darkness. How's that?
Do you care what side of him you are on? Or would
You
you
know,
prefer to be?
I'll be just like in front, like face to face, and then Glint will fly in. We'll move her in like 100 feet, so she'll be like, I don't know, put her.
Is she up?
Yeah, she'd be up. There's no reason to get
Yeah.
down into the fracas. Anyway. We'll put her up there. Yeah, like right there is good. She will bonus. Oh, wait, that was just the movement.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Cool.
Yeah.
It is now the. Oh, sorry. Is there anything else on Gary's turn? His fireball went off. He is 150 feet in the air.
130 feet.
Sorry, 130 feet.
Yeah. He's going to drop another 30 feet.
Cool.
No, he'll drop 50 feet, so now he's 80 feet away.
Sounds good. It is now the monk's turn. Yeah. The one with the daggers is going to open up the door of the big owlbear cage.
Over here?
Mm-hmm. It's going to be its interact with an object, and then it is going to. What's this movement speed? This movement speed is 40. So can I get that? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Cool. Just gonna run here. And this guy is going to 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Get there. And they are going to throw a flurry of darts at Ferris.
Okay.
First one. I get 3. Does a 26 hit?
It does.
8 points of damage.
No points of damage.
All right.
I throw it back at them.
All right. Roll a hit.
That is a. Oh, this is not a magical thing, so that would be only a 22
22 will hit.
to hit. Cool. 13 points of damage.
All right. All right. Cool. Then he's gonna throw 2 more darts at you. A 25 to hit and a 24 to hit.
Yeah, both of those will hit.
Take another 10 points of damage.
Are these magical darts?
They are not magical
I
darts.
will take 5 points of damage.
A nat 20
Oh,
and nat 2 and a 27.
oh wait, hang on 1 second.
I'm hanging.
If you will. Yeah, never really. Yeah, Glenn's gonna turn that into a regular.
The crit?
The crit, yeah, just a regular hit.
Sounds good. That is another 7 points of damage.
Yep.
Boom, boom, boom. Those were their turns. They're not as good if they can't hit. Let me figure out where the owl bears are going. Ooh, owl bears enter the combat.
Oh no.
And it's gonna be fish. Fish are owl bears. Ferris!
I've heard that.
It is your turn.
Cool. I'm gonna attack this spellcaster
Cool.
lady that's here. Well, I guess we'll start with the rope dart. I assume she's not affected. She operates normally in the darkness, I
Yep.
assume. Yeah, that's a fair assumption. Sorry, I need my right hand. It doesn't feel right with my left hand. 21 to hit.
21 hits.
Nice.
Okay. 14 points of damage.
All right, so you, as you connect with the rope dart, you do your damage, or you hit and you do your 14 points of damage.
Does lightning matter at all?
No, it's all the same. And as your rope dart makes contact, shadow energy courses up the rope dart and goes into your hand, and you take 8 points of necrotic damage.
Ooh.
Okay.
Icky.
And then I will also push her back 5 feet.
All right.
So she gets knocked back 5 feet from me.
Celine, would you mind giving me a hand?
This?
Yep.
5 feet?
5 feet.
5 feet.
Thank you.
Alright, way to land on your feet, Glenn.
Nice, nice. And then I will attack. Oh wait, I should do. There's all these other things that I always forget that I can do. Flourishiness. Let's see. I will. I will flourish my rope dart as I attack for my follow-ups here. So here we go. Second attack is a 30 to hit.
30 hits.
Okay, it will be 3 plus. That's another 9 points of damage.
All right. And you take another 9 points of necrotic damage.
Okay. And then, as a reaction, she'll take 8 points of fire damage for hitting me.
It's not a physical attack, if that matters.
No, it's just.
Okay, cool.
Oh wait, this is not. It has to be. Okay, this isn't an attack. So then scratch that.
Okay.
It's when it's an attack. It's not.
Take damage.
Take damage.
Gotcha.
It's an attack. So scratch that, and then I will. I guess I will close the distance, and then I will punch her.
All right.
That is a 19 to hit.
19. Oh, check one thing. On that one, arcane energy sparks forth.
No, you can keep going.
Sorry. As a shield deflects your attack.
Okay. And then I will punch her again.
Le punch.
Lay punch. Oh wait, that had advantage technically, so this one does because I flourished. So this attack with advantage is a 27.
That'll hit.
Cool. And that will be 10? Yes, 10 points of damage.
You take 3 points of necrotic damage as the shadow seems to shatter and the light pierces back in as that little bitch falls dead.
Yeah.
Does the thing she summoned stay?
The shadow? No. The shadow.
The shadow, the sexy shadow.
Sexy shadow is also gone.
Nice. Okay, that's good news for me. And that will be my turn.
All right, cool. It is now the owlbear's turn. One of them is going to, the one that can't move, or that's still in its cage, is going to try and attack its cage. And it doesn't do great. And then the other one is going to, what's his speed? 40 speed. It is going to, close the distance with Ferris. It's going to use its dash. It's going to get right next to Ferris.
On the fountain, or
No, around the fountain. So big
what
owl
side?
bear next to Ferris around the fountain.
Like this side.
Yeah. Cool.
Can
And
can
that
it, can
is-
Can it be this side?
No.
You sure?
Yeah. Now it is Lionel's turn.
What are you worried about? Don't
What?
worry. You drop a
No,
fireball.
I want to use my new spell, but I don't want you to get hit,
Which?
or me to get hit.
Prismatic spray.
Yeah.
Oh, because it can
You can't pick. Or
Yeah,
anything.
it could be a deck save. Which
Could be.
Why not?
Okay. So I moved in 80 feet last time, and you said we were 120 feet.
Yes. So you were 30. You are now 30 feet away.
Cool. I'm gonna rage, which means I automatically move 15 feet in. So
Cool.
now I'm
15 feet away.
20 feet.
25.
20 feet because your speed's 40.
20 feet. You're right.
So you're 10 feet away.
And I'm gonna use the rest of my movement to close the gap.
Cool.
What happens?
That's what I'm gonna find out.
I'm excited.
Let's see. Let's find out. Features and traits. Oh boy! Wow, magic surge.
How are you enjoying that?
Well,
Because I feel like you like it, but I also feel like you've rolled the same thing a lot.
I like it. I wish there were more options.
Yeah.
And also, we
play
didn't
with.
realize it, but it gives you a lot of bonus action utility, which your build gives you a lot
Yeah.
of.
So like,
if you hadn't been Polar Master, it might be a. You
I was
get
gonna
more
say if
use
I
out
was
of
a
it.
different. Yeah, like if it was if I had a different makeup for the character, it's probably more fun. I really like the mechanic of Wild Magic Surge.
Right.
But yeah, Wish there was more options, and I wish it was a character that I didn't already have a ton of bonus stuff. Alright. Number 7. Difficult terrain around me for 15 feet.
Sweet.
Good.
Cool.
That's cool.
So I'm gonna do that. And I'm 10 feet away from this here arrow bear.
Go.
So I'm gonna attack it.
Do it.
I'm gonna do it recklessly.
Do it.
And I'm also gonna use Great Weapon Master.
Wow.
Alright, let's see how we do.
So let's see.
First time.
Actions. My minus 1. 22!
22 hits an owlbear.
So I get. Oh, and I didn't even use this. 24.
Cool.
Okay. So then I do my D10, D10. Okay. Plus 10. Oh, I got a 10! 10, 20, 27, 20, 30. 30 points.
All right, yeah, that was
Second
your
attack.
first attack.
Riding them.
Yeah, riding them.
Ride
Let's
them.
go, come on.
Natural 20!
Yeah. Doesn't matter
So
if it's
one-
minus 10 on that.
Nope.
All
One,
Or minus
right.
5.
2, and 3, and 4, and... He's bigger than me, though, so I can't do bailing attack, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I get these 5 plus 7 plus 20.
Yeah. That's the dead owl there.
Okay. So, 10, 22, 32, 42.
You stab out with your pitchfork, and a line of platinum light just like connects the 3 tines of your pitchfork, and then it connects, and then it like continues out, and this thing just like animes is sliced in half from your stab,
Hell yeah.
and then shink, blah, 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 blah.
So, way to land on your feet again, Glenn.
And actually, no, that's it. I was gonna say, and because you killed it, you get a bonus action attack, but you bonus action raged.
I
That's
did.
the-
Bonus action rage.
Yeah.
Yes.
Next time.
So you still have, I think, 30 foot of movement, Spoon, if you'd like to use it.
I'd like to be 15 feet away from these guys.
All right. Anything else on your turn?
No.
It is their turn.
Oh,
Wait. No. This was the spellcaster. She is
I
dead.
was gonna say, I'm gonna get 15 feet to the monks and do one of these.
All right, cool. Glint.
The monk that I threw my thing at, the dart back at.
Yeah.
She's gonna. We're gonna do it again. We're gonna go for Toll the Dead.
All
on
right.
that monk.
I got a 3 on the roll.
Oh yeah, it's a DC 17.
Yeah, no, that's a fail.
10, 9, 19 plus 11 is 34 points of necrotic damage.
Hell yeah.
Suck it! Suck it, monk!
Take that from my cantrip.
Oh, this is great.
Hell yeah. Cool. Anything else on Glint's
This
turn?
is fun. We're having fun.
Bonus action patient defense.
Cool. Gary.
Ooh, Gary just doesn't know what to do now. Ooh. Gary's still invisible, yeah?
Yeah.
I don't know how this would work mechanically.
Talk to me, Goose.
But here's what oh no, wait, how far did I say he was? I dropped
I said he
another
was-
50,
yeah.
I said, so he was 80 feet away.
Yeah.
Like a bonus action. Okay, so so what out of my turn would it take up if I wanted to pick one of them up and fly them up and drop them?
You would have to do a grapple check, and you would have to beat them, and then it would be half your movement speed to fly with them grappled.
Okay.
So, being 80 feet away, you would have to just like drop.
Right.
I would say use
I would have to
feather
use
fall
stuff.
as a reaction to not die on impact, or to not take the damage on impact. Use an attack to grapple, and then you could do your movement speed up. It's a lot.
It is a lot. See, that whole, like, you can bring one willing creature with you, that keyword of willing really
Really helps me.
sticks in my craw.
Yeah, that's on purpose.
I know.
Just,
No,
just get them.
I'm just gonna get them somehow. Let me look at what I got prepared.
So I'm doing 34 points of damage to cantrip. You could just...
I always forget about cantrips at this point,
No.
Yeah, I know.
right?
You have acid splash. You can get
I
both
do
of
have
them.
that. I'm gonna acid splash them.
What do they have to do? Dex save?
Dex save, 17. They don't see it coming.
Well, it doesn't matter. They'll take no damage.
Yeah.
Oh, and I'll drop down to 50 feet above.
Sorry, I'm looking at that. What'd you say it was? DC 17?
Mm-hmm.
One passes, one fails.
Okay.
Cool. The one that Glint told the dead is now dead.
Cool.
Just like, ding, nosebleed, and then a face full of acid, and he just half his face melts away, and he cries, and he screams, and he falls, and he dies.
Cool.
Owlbear's turn. He's dead. Ferris.
Oh, there's the one guy
There's
left.
that one guy.
I'm not punching him.
All right.
28.
Hit.
That is 9 points of damage.
All right.
So I'm going to hit him with the rope car because I realize that does more damage.
Cool.
That is a 26 to hit.
All right. Hit.
12 points of damage.
Cool.
Then I will punch him a third time for a 26 again.
Cool.
And that will do another 9 points of damage.
Sweet. He looks real bad.
Okay. Well,
Anything else?
No, that'll be it.
Law, you know.
When did the monks go?
They, the monks fish? No, monks are the bottom.
Monks
guy.
are big guy.
Yeah.
Did they go in between Gary and Ferris?
No, I forgot.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Well, that monk is now gonna go, and he's gonna run an attack line.
Reaction attack!
Butts. Roll the hit.
Is it with the butt or normal?
Normal.
Okay, cool. Can I do it recklessly?
No.
It's gotta be
Can
a
I
reckless is
do-
only your turn. You can great weapon.
Okay, I was gonna say, can I great weapon master?
Absolutely. Every time you attack, you can.
Great weapon. So it's -5, right?
Yes.
Correct.
So that drops down.
Plus a D3 plus a D4 if you need it.
Yeah, do the D3. That should be okay. Let's see. -5. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20 hits.
Nice.
Do. 26 points of damage.
All right. Yeah. You just brace yourself and hold out your pitchfork, and this guy runs onto it.
Oh, thanks, bruv.
He doesn't respond because he's dead.
Oh,
Yeah. He is, it was a bad bailing technique, but good body disposal technique. Yeah, and all these guys is dead.
the monsters in the cages are turned, right?
Just Owlbear. The guard drake is not.
Just like pull it out of his misery, right? Yeah.
Cool. You do.
We'll go up
You
to
don't
the
have
cage, just
Yeah.
Yeah, as merciless as possible.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, try to like quick shot it.
Yeah, I got you guys.
We'll check the
Or
bodies.
humane.
I don't imagine there's anything of interest on these guys, but maybe
Probably
I'm wrong.
not.
You find nothing of interest.
Gary, can I have Gary fly up, cause since he's still invisible, and see if we cause there were that other group with the giant and stuff like that. See like if they're making their way towards us, if the commotion drew attention.
The
Like
Cool,
what's
yeah.
what's
Give
the
me
what's the lay of the land now
give
since
me
we just did that?
give me a dex, or sorry, dex. Give me a perception check.
4.
Gary.
Uh, 15.
He sees the giant's pretty big, so I'll say with a 15, he can see that the giant isn't moving. It looks like it is like attacking and yelling, so it might be that whatever noise it's making drowned out whatever noise you guys are
What is
making.
it? Attack?
It's kind of hard to tell from this. So it looks like either a dummy or it looks like a dummy. And Gary also notices that there is a shape kind of retreating from the city, like the northern end of the city where like the main road comes in. There is something large and blue with like a couple of shadow bits around it that seem to be leaving for some reason.
I'm gonna say Gary like mentally tells us everything as he's
Yeah.
seeing it. Run after it.
Yeah, let's go see what's
Right?
going on.
Gary,
Yeah.
come back.
Okay.
Cause how far of a like hoofing it would it be to catch up with them?
They are already.
Like out of the town,
Let's
right?
see. It was 3. Yeah, they're already out of the town. I'm gonna say they're booking it along the main road, so they have already made it. They're already about 200
I was gonna
feet.
say ride dragons out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
We're
you're
gonna hop on the dragons.
You're gonna hop on the dragons and engage in a
Well, we're gonna fly over there.
cool. What is their fly speed?
50.
All right. Gary can keep pace but not gain on it. These things seem to be
Moving.
dashing away.
So Gary can keep dashing to try
to stay up with
stay
it.
up with them.
If you want, Glint can use monk stuff to start gaining on it.
Yeah, she can dash as a bonus action and an action and her movement. So.
Gary could haste. Or Lionel could haste Gary, or Gary could haste it, like,
Yeah,
since he's
sure.
invisible.
Yeah, I mean that's up to you. But I want to attempt to use monk stuff to try and catch up. My question is, does as we're flying towards this thing, it looks seemingly like one of the creatures we're used to seeing, the blue things that's leaving, or no?
No.
Oh,
This is you can just catch glimpse of it as it kind of darts under the overhanging trees along this path. It seems almost like reptilian or something. It has a longer body, it has a lot of legs, and it is just kind of like booking it away from you guys. Now that you're getting a little bit closer, you see that those dots of shadows seem to be things riding it. But this thing is completely blue, not a thing with blue marks.
I see. Okay. And then the giant. Just remind me. Did the giant have blue marks?
Were we able to tell?
You couldn't tell from that initial thing. It had some blue marks on its face, but it was hard to tell if it was like face paint or tattoos or
like the
this
animal
actual
marking.
or this actual kind of
Corruption.
Yes.
as it's
Yeah.
termed.
It's
excellent
just-
word.
Yeah, wondering if when we flew by to try to chase this thing that's running away, if we got a closer look at
Opposite directions.
Gotcha.
This thing
Yeah.
is fleeing north. The
Giant was south.
Giant stuff was south of you.
Okay.
It was like across from where we.
Gotcha.
Oh no, it was south from where we were
Yeah.
fountain.
It was
Yeah.
across from where
the-
you were hiding.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess we can continue to chase this thing.
Cool. You start to gain on it a little bit more. It'll take you because it's another. So yeah, After a couple of seconds, you are now 100 feet behind it. You've gained on it a little bit. Perception checks for you and for Glint.
Okay, that is a 30 for me.
Okay.
And a 13... 22 for Glenn.
All right. You guys will recognize this thing running away is a Bahir.
Okay. And I'm going to just go out on a limb and say, being a dragon, that Glenn... You said there's stuff riding it?
Yeah.
Can we see what it is?
They're in, like, little balls of shadow.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
Okay. Alright, so we know what it is, so we can communicate that back to Gary and to Lionel.
Gary can try to hold monster. Is it a monster?
It is a monster.
Do they have any knowledge as dragons about what this thing is?
Yeah, they have looked into it. Like I've said, they spent a lot of time at the library in Thistledown, researching dragons and shit, because that was the only connection they had to their people.
And in Mirabar, too.
And in Mirabar, too. Yeah, so they know that Bahirs are basically like creatures historically made by dragons, or by giants specifically to fight dragons, that these are like the natural enemy of dragons, and it works both ways. So you guys will feel through your connection with them how do I want to describe this? Almost like a competitive, angry, visceral reaction with them, and at the same time a fear reaction, because they know that this thing was created to kill their kind.
Okay.
And it looks like it may be corrupted to possibly, because there's people in bits of shadow.
Yes.
We should probably destroy this thing.
Yeah, probably.
Alright. So yeah, if you think you're close enough to cast Hold Monster, I would
Oh.
start there. But so it'd stop it in its tracks. But that's okay.
Yeah. If I can get, because it's 90 feet range.
It is 200 feet ahead of you, and you can't gain on it while it's still running away.
So, can Lionel... Actually, I guess it doesn't really matter what order it goes. No, yeah, it does. Can Lionel cast Dimension Door to get us within range? And then Gary cast Hold Monster.
Yes.
I'm gonna do that.
Okay. The way, if you're gonna do that, the way I'm gonna have it happen is we're gonna roll for initiative,
Okay.
and that is gonna be your first turn.
Cool.
Yeah. So let's start off with
Hold
that.
Monster and then disintegrate in the same turn. Because if you hold Monster, they can't do dexterity saves.
That's a good combo.
Yeah.
Ferris.
Initiative, right?
Yes.
And don't forget your D4 on your initiative rolls, as well as I think your D3 too. It's your D3 saving throws.
I think it's saving throws.
That is a 24 for me.
For Ferris.
Yep, and a 10 for Glint.
All right.
It is on attack. Oh, it's on ability checks. So I get it on this too.
And a D3 and a D4.
Cool.
And advantage.
Yeah. So, Lionel gets a 29.
You got a 24, Ferris?
I did.
And Gary is gonna have... Just rolling like smash dice for Gary. 7.
A 7. You don't say. All right. So, what's that? Let's see. Do. Cool. And all right. Cool. So, you are 200 feet away in pursuit. You are 100 feet away in pursuit. Lionel, it is your turn first.
I can't prepare to cast a spell later.
Yeah, you can ready an action.
Right? Does that count? Cool. So I would like to ready Dimension Door to go off at the beginning of Gary's turn.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Ferris?
I mean, I'm on Glenn's back, so I just let,
Do her
her
thing.
do her thing. Yeah.
Right. Bloop, bloop, bloop. So, Gary.
Is the light gonna do anything, or is she just continuing to try?
She's going to just try to catch up. Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, cool.
So she'll close in another 50 feet. She's 50 feet back.
Cool. Lionel will Dimension Door to
Lionel,
catch up.
Dimension Door. You are in front of him.
Gary, hold person. Or hold monster.
Hold monster. That's a 2 on the roll.
Nice. So, it's gonna fail.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. I was double checking something.
That's okay. This is the spot we want to be in.
Okay, cool. So it's paralyzed for the duration, which is up to a minute.
All right.
It's concentration. At the end of each of its turns, the target can make another Wisdom saving throw.
Cool.
Yeah.
So this thing is booking it through the woods, and you paralyze it. So you freeze it in its tracks. And
We're 90 feet above it.
what's up?
I said we're 90 feet above it.
All right. Yeah. You're 90 feet above it. A couple of these like little shadow balls kind of like roll forward, and let's see. And 2 of them, it's their turn, fly up into the air
Oh no!
to where you guys are.
Oh no!
And I'm gonna pick up here next time.
Oh no!
But the shadow from one of the ones on the ground, like you hear a voice that you recognize emerge from it and say, I didn't think you guys would fall for this one, but I hope you enjoy meeting my knight. And the shadow in front of you dissipates. And you see, the first thing you notice is the mount. And the mount looks like a giant bat, but its eyes are big and red. It has like the shadow tattoos. It has blood dripping from its mouth. And on his back is this knight in black armor. And where the light hits it, it almost seems to glow red. And this black and red knight is armed with a long, like a 10-foot long shovel.
Oh no!
And he says, yes, sir! And levels his shovel at you. And that is where we pick up next time. Thank you guys so much for joining us. We will do our best to make it a little bit more consistent from now on, but I've said that like 4 times before, so we'll do our best.
We're in a pandemic.
We're in a pandemic. We're doing our best. Thank you guys so much. And if there's nothing else, I hope to see you guys next week to see what happens with this night.
We shall see.